So as a group of 6, we were assigned by you, our lecturer, Mr. Adam, to work on the project. And as a group, we chose a kitchen. So what is kitchen? So a kitchen is a room that is used for cooking. The cooking can be done by an individual or a commercial establishment. So it can also, the function of a kitchen also is used to store foodstuff, to prepare food, to cook food, any kind of food, and also for dishwashing. You go in there and then you wash plates, you wash cups. And also commercial kitchens are generally larger and equipped with bigger and more heavy duty equipment. That is to say that because it's the food preparation that goes in there are usually for huge people or number of people, the space there are quite big, the equipment there are quite huge. And also this commercial establishment, it can be found in restaurants, it can be found in cafeterias, it can be found in hotels, it can be found in hospitals, it can be found in educational and then workplace facilities. So you can only see this commercial establishment or big establishment in this kind of place because for example, educational and then workplace facilities, the number of people there are huge, so the cooking that goes in there are also huge. Then we go to the objective of the project, and one of the objective of the project is to improve the performances process, the services, and then the quality, also improving the quality of the environment of the kitchen, the processes and the services that goes in there. And then also sustainability, that is reducing the impact of the environment and improving the quality of life of an individual. That is, if you go in there, it improves the quality of an individual, and also efficiency, getting more output for a unit. And then we are talking about the characteristics of the kitchen. The characteristics of the kitchen. You're talking about the characteristics of the kitchen. What is there? What makes the kitchen? What is the equipment that makes the kitchen? What is the height of the kitchen? What exactly is the equipment, the process that goes in for the kitchen? So when we go to the characteristics of the kitchen, the kitchen in Chauvel Restaurant, Asage University, Kota Damansara. And then we have the main door that is 33.5 meters in length, and also we have the 2 meters in height and 28 meters in width. Then we have the 2 fridges. If you go in there are 2 fridges in the restaurant, which is 168 meters in length, and then we have 110 kg in weight, and then it's 61.5 meters in width. Then we have it, it faced towards they have the 4 chefs, 46.8 meters in length, 58 meters in height, and then 90 meters in width. So that is the top corner of the kitchen. If you go a bit top of the kitchen, that is where you sit beside the oven. And then we have the oven where we bake food stuff. We have the 57.5 meters in length, and then we have 65 meters in height, and then we have the 46 meters in width. That is the top left corner kitchen. If you enter the kitchen, is at the top left corner. The top left corner is there. And then we have the 2 sinks where we wash the dishes, we wash the cups, we wash anything that you think that is dirty. That is the sink. So we have 70 meters in length. That is the length of the sink, 33.5 meters in height, and then 30 meters in width. That is the right side of the kitchen. If you enter the kitchen straight like this, it's at the right side of the kitchen. Then also we have the cooler. We have the cooler in the kitchen. That is the 26 meters in length, 60 meters in height, and then 30 meters in width. That is the left side of the kitchen. Also we have the trolley that used to carry things, heavy things that you cannot carry by hand. The trolley helps to carry the things. So we have the 36.8 meters in length of the trolley, and then we have the 19.7 meters in height, and then we have the 40.6 meters in width. It's also at the left side of the kitchen. Then we have 10 same tables, 10 tables. If you enter the kitchen, there is 5 here, 5 here, all making it 10. It's all together same height, same meters, same width. So we have the 59 meters in length, and then we have the 33.5 meters in height, and then we have the 30 meters in width. That is the center of the kitchen. So these tables are the center of the kitchen. Then we have 4 same tables. We have 4 tables also close to the cooler. We have 4 tables close to the cooler. That is 57.5 meters in length, and then 33 meters in height, and 29.5 meters in width. And then also we have a table next to the small trolley. The trolley, we have the big one and the small one. So the small trolley, we have a table there, which is 23.5 meters, and then in length, and then 33 meters in height, and 57.5 meters in width. So in total, of these characteristics, that is what makes up the kitchen. These are the items in the kitchen: their height, their weight, their length. That, the kitchen is being arranged in orderly, step by step. What goes in here, what goes in there, what goes in there, what is the height of this, what is the height of this. So that is the characteristics of the kitchen. Thank you.
The cooler on the left side of the kitchen is 26 meters in long, 60 meters in height, and 30.5 meters in weight. The trolley, also on the left side of the kitchen, is 36.8 meters long, 19.7 meters height, and 40.6 meters weight. 10 same table on the center of the kitchen. They are 59 meters in long, 33.5 meters in height, and 30 meters in weight. 4 same table close to the cooler. They are 57.5 meters long, 33 meters in height, and 29.5 meters in weight. Next to the small trolley, there are a table. The table is 23.5 meters long, 33 meters in height, and 57.5 meters in weight. Next, we are talking about the SWOT analysis. The strength of the kitchen is easy to clean, as the area reasonable to wipe out the old grease. Workplace have a design of an area for the chopping meats, vegetables, spice, and medicine sauce. Food preparations and cooking require enough space for free movement. The material used for the kitchens are of good quality. Weakness: there is no training for the students on how to use the kitchen equipment. Students have to wait for their turns because there are only got 3 kitchens in the universe. Besides, they do not provide enough training on the cooking.
Okay, so on the opportunities, there is finding a way to generate more traffic during slow times, and also it allows students to sell some of the foodstuffs that they have prepared in the kitchen, like bakery foods and salads, and also it offers food deliveries to the students who stays on the campus. At the threat side, it is if there is bad lighting, it interferes with the observation and can have negative ecological effects in the room. And also, they do not have enough ventilation, which is harmful to the workers, and also causes stress, and it contributes to high worker turnover. And also, there are no chairs, which makes it more discomfortable for working for long hours to the chefs. And looking at the pitfall in project management, there is inadequate circulation space. That is, there is not enough space to work on, and also not planning around the workflow. If the workflow is not planned, it affects the operation, because there will be movement forward and backwards, which actually takes more time for people to operate normally. And also, there is poor lighting placement. If there is poor lighting placement in the kitchen, it makes the workers to work under shadows. And also, they are forgetting about the function. It is making sure that facilities like fridge, stove, and also the sink should be placed at places which won't affect the operation system in the kitchen. And also, poorly positioned cabinet doors and drawers, making sure that if they open the doors and drawers, they won't affect the movement in the kitchen. And ways to avoid the pitfall project management, it is to provide adequate circulation in a small kitchen that is like 35 inches, and would be a minimum amount of space connection, or aim for more that is increasing the inches to make sure that there is adequate more circulation within the rooms. And also in planning carefully, it is consider how to use the kitchen by increasing functions such as working areas in the kitchen should be also increased so that there will be enough space to be working in the kitchen. The lighting also position should be slightly in front, and choose bulbs that light is more effective in the room and also provide adequate lighting within the whole room, and also providing seamless look within. By planning the kitchen side, we should produce a seamless lining within the kitchen that is more to perfection. And also planning also is the key before committing the layout. You should consider the things such as fridges, the cabinet doors, the drawers, that they won't affect the movement within the kitchen area. Thank you.
And my part is planning milestone and organizing the kitchen. First, about planning milestone. 1. Have an idea. 2. Research contractors. 3. Get consultant. 4. Be prepared. 5. And the work begins. 6. Stay positive. 7. Cost of planning. And about organizing the kitchen. 1. Group like items. 2. Organize the cabinets. 3. Use clear containers to store items. 4. Store containers and lists together. 5. Make use of vertical space. 6. Use lazy Susans. 7. Use drawer divider. 8. Sort papers. 9. Clean out the refrigerator.
Alright, so the next is design and layout of the kitchen. So in this kitchen, this is how a kitchen should look like in general. Next is the layout itself. So in your layout, in the kitchen layout, there must be a fridge, there must be a stove to cook, there must be a dishwashing area where you can wash your things. Then you need a sink, because where you're gonna wash your vegetables. Then there's tables around, because if you don't have tables, where you gonna chop your food? Next is safety tips. So in safety tips, there are several which is very important when you're in the kitchen. So the first one is knife safety. For those who don't know or have never been into a kitchen before, this is a knife. So when you're using a knife, please use it appropriately. This is not a toy. It's for cutting. It's for cutting, not for playing, not for poking people you don't like, or I don't know what kids do nowadays. Next, always handle your knives with cautious, cause this is sharp, this is pointy. It can hurt you, it can make you bleed. I don't know what else. Generally, this is a very dangerous weapon, a dangerous tool. This is the most dangerous tool in the kitchen itself. Okay, next, grasp your knives firmly. This is how you hold a knife. Your point finger here, your thumb here. So this is how you grip your knives correctly and firmly. Next, put or lay your other hand on top of the knife to prevent any blade contact. In conclusion, don't play with this. This is not a toy. This is very sharp. You can easily hurt someone or yourself or anyone that in your area in the kitchen. Don't play this. Please use it when it's necessary. It's not for hurting people. Okay? Right, next. Using appropriate cooking tools. First, you can prevent hot items from slipping or spilling. Next, use tongs. Use tongs to handle large and firm products. Next, use tools with hand grips if it's difficult, or please use like a towel to wrap your hand grips when the pot or your pan is too hot for you to hold. This is to make sure you don't burn yourself, or if it's too hot and then you let go, your legs could be injured, someone beside you could be injured, who knows. Next, using tools that have sharp edges. Use this appropriately. Okay, understand? Okay, finally, keep your utensils clean to prevent food contamination. After using your chopping boards, your knives, your wooden spoons, your tongs, whatever you used in the kitchen, your containers, I don't know what else, please wash them. This is for hygiene purposes and food contamination. If you hear anything that is, or you see someone who did not wash, tell them it's not good, please wash it. This is to save lives. Okay, alright, thank you.
I'm here to give you some basic kitchen safety tips. Okay, number one, make sure your wires, your cord, your plugs are well connected and not frayed. Don't use this. Okay, you can always obtain or get your GFI. It's called ground fault interrupters. Okay, if anyone is damaged, you can easily change them. Put a child lock proof if you have kids at home. Okay, don't leave the kitchen with pot and pans on the stove while cooking. As soon as you are able to leave the kitchen, turn off your burner. Avoid wearing inappropriate clothing, sweaters and sleeves. Keep your fire extinguisher near but not close to your stove. If you have any emergency like fire grease off, call 911. Always be sure the blender is unplugged before touching the blade. Be careful about sharp edges like knife, broken glasses, scissors, potato peelers. Never and ever leave the cooking food unattended, not even for a minute. Or answer your phone calls, go outside 10 minutes, 5 minutes to answer your phone calls while the food is being cooked in the kitchen. Keep the kitchen floor clear of toys or other unwanted items. Clean up spills immediately if there is any wet floor. Be certain the working areas are always clear of toys and other unwanted items. Keep young children away from the kitchen while cooking. Always use a step tool to reach out things on the high places. Store cleaning supplies and other chemicals in a safe place. Use safety latches. Thanks, guys.